Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Small Roles, a D&D podcast where there are no small roles and no small holes. I'm aware of how that sounds. Don't worry. Everyone's faces, they're like, PG! Because Enkidu just fell down a hole.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
making it worse. It took some time for that to drop, did it, Chris?
I'm David Knight, your Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by 4 tourists and 1 prisoner. So say hi, everyone.
Hello!
We're having a lovely day out.
Yeah.
He's not trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with him.
They're trapped in me.
Yeah.
I mean, he is currently paralysed. So.
Yeah. So,
Currently.
So he's holding all the cards.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Oh.
Even when it's like a single drop of water.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to jump straight into what's happening with Enkidu because
Suspense.
it's more fun. But let's cue the theme tune.
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. You'll have your character swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better laid plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice to roll. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every
rises inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success or rest upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is no small roles.
So, while you all rested in the feather pillow, Enkidu snuck out to seek some information from the Hex. He was told to visit the Queen's Comb for a face-to-face meeting the following day. The next morning, Orange showed off Aggie's latest upgrade, printable reports. And you all chatted about what to do next. Enkidu explained his current thinking, and the group let him leave with Ruana, without realising his intention to meet with the Hex. And they all agreed to check in after a few hours, just in case things turned sour.
I'm sure they won't. Be fine.
The rest of the party headed out to Newford, stopping in at the Noble's Nook to check the locations of the Twain-Tide Tea Tournament trials, before heading on to scout out the Archmagus' estate. They found the estate, Chargelt Hall, in the centre of a public park, and it was magically protected by a barrier. After a brief assessment of the magical protections, you headed to the training chamber of the Arcanist Consortium for the first Spoon Challenge. Meanwhile, Enkidu found the Queen's Comb to be a honey factory, and was led through to a back office and locked in. Finding the furniture bolted to the floor, he attempted to pick the lock, only for a vibration to fill the room, paralysing him, before the floor opened up, dropping Enkidu into the darkness below. The light of a lantern revealed the burn-scarred face of a tiefling leaning over him. And that's where we pick it up. Not with Enkidu, with everybody heading into the training chamber.
Good. Thank goodness for that. I've been waiting all week to find out what happens with these spoons.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
You're all on the back of your cart with Pip and Lord Crumpet leading the way. And actually, as you approach, as you come sort of pass through Arkenwell, you can see the Arcanist Consortium, the building, the collection of buildings, sort of dominating the area. But very obviously, there is an extra outcropping of buildings that are much more cube-like. They look a little bit more fortified, and they are slightly removed from the rest. These aren't sort of like within the walls necessarily of the AC.
The AC!
AC.
That's what the cool kids call it.
That's what the cool kids are called.
Oh, what's like the theme tune to the OC?
No, wait, which one was I singing?
I think you were about to start Dawson's Creek.
For my life to be as Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Didn't
To be
watch any
fair,
of
that
them.
is a
so-
banger.
I've not seen anything,
True.
but
You hearing Kidu singing from the sewers.
He's saying to all his friends inside, I don't
Aw.
So as you sort of pull up, there is a bit of a parking bay. There's parking outside of the training chamber.
pop a silver in the machine.
Exactly. Other carts and horses.
Some oats are dispensed as you do that.
Yeah, troughs and stuff already there.
Guy grabs the reins and says, "Watch me parallel park this bitch."
But you all jump down. There is a Twain Tide Tea Tournament representative kind of ushering people in at the main door for the training chamber. And in fact, there is you can see a small queue of people sort of filing in and filing out at the same time. So it's very obvious where it is that you need to be going.
Well,
Right.
we should probably get cracking on this.
Yeah.
How long have we got till we need to contact Enkidu?
About half an hour.
Great.
Okay.
He's been gone about an hour and a half, and if we don't hear anything, then I'll get Riwana back and find out what's going on.
Probably just time to win a spoon.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, absolutely. He said he wouldn't do
Yeah.
anything risky, so...
He can look after
Trusted
himself.
him. Yeah.
Oh, we do. Yes. And also, I'm sure he'll appreciate not having to be involved in one of the spoons. I'm sure he'd rather die than do another spoon challenge.
Now, don't drop him in it like that, Gwen.
It's a shame Enkidu's not privy to this conversation at all. No idea what's going on.
It's so funny and it's so
Oh,
terrifying at the same time.
You gotta laugh.
He's probably just set having a coffee somewhere, just taking a little bit of time for himself, which we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could all be a ruse that he's off to find important information. He could be on a date for all we know.
Oh, that's nice.
He might be trying to get the spoon himself as a surprise.
He might be in there already.
That would be the biggest plot twist of this whole day.
As you approach, the chap at the door kind of marks down the name of your team, stamps your 4 stamps straight away.
Oh.
He does look up and goes, you not have a 5th?
Oh, bit tied up at the moment. Just had such a heavy drinking night last night, so we just let him sleep it off. We don't want him being dead weight,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is a team challenge, though, so you'll only be able to attempt it once altogether.
I'm sure he won't mind not being involved in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to you. It's up to you if you think you could do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, can you tell us anything about the nature of this team challenge?
Oh, yeah, the Arcanist in there will explain a little bit more, but it's a series of little rooms that you got to solve some puzzles in.
Oh, cool. What's the name of the Arcanist?
Puzzles.
Gwendolyn shudders with flashbacks.
What was that, sorry?
What's the name of the Arcanist?
Bello, I think. Bello Cup Down.
Have we heard of this person at all?
Bellow cup down. Did you just look at an upturned cup, David?
I did
You
not.
just made that up.
Actually,
You just made that up.
did I read it from a different list of names altogether? Yes, but Bello Cup Down.
Bello. Cut down.
Bellow cup
Bellow
down.
cup down.
This is possibly my favourite NPC so far, and I haven't met them yet.
But yeah, have we heard of this name coming up before?
No, this is an entirely new name.
Fine. I suspect if he's giving his spare time to the spoons, he's not of a person of high priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably not one of the in the circle.
It's basically like Orin in several years' time when he as part of the Arcanist Consortium is just asked to help with the spoons. I'll help with the spoons.
I'll help with the spoon.
I remember my spoon days.
I'll do the puzzle one.
You won't get any money from it, but it'll be great exposure as an Arcanist.
So as you kind of all file in, you can see that sort of you're directed rather not thoroughly, but rather severely through some marble corridors. All of the doors to either side of these corridors have been locked off. You can see sort of locked shut. So there really is only one way to go forwards, and there's a little rope banister down the middle so that you can see the other teams that are coming back through. Some of them looking a little bit singed in places, all of them looking exhausted. But there's a team in front of you, directly in front of you, who are chatting quite loudly and quite excitedly as well. They catch your attention a little bit because one of them's juggling rats.
What?
Of course they are.
And every time one of them speaks, they put their hand up first, and there's a nod from another one of their members before they then talk.
I have a question. Can I understand what the rats are saying, and what are they saying about being juggled?
The rats.
There we go.
Oh yeah, the rats are just going wee.
Oh, good. They're having a lovely time.
Hiya.
Juna's going to say, hi, you look like you're having a lovely time there, rats.
Yeah, as one of them kind of gets caught, it suddenly scurries up onto this person's shoulder, and it's like, oh hi.
Hello. You look like you're having a lovely time there.
The chap kind of looks down, turns around and goes, oh, hello, you talk to my rats.
Yes.
Oh, this is Misha, this is Ivan, this is Vovo.
Oh, hello.
These are my lovely little rats.
And what's your name?
I'm Gablinski.
Nice to meet you, Giblinski.
And you? We are, sorry, introduce the whole team, shall I?
Yeah.
Hello, we are the Plucky Poppycocks.
Poppycocks. Nice to meet you, Plucky
Fantastic.
Poppycocks.
Who are you?
We're the Abracalads. Star Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
That is a very cool name.
Thank you.
Gwendolyn makes the star sign with her hands and then the lightning bolt with her hands.
Orin looks anywhere but at anyone.
Guy strums his guitar like bam bam.
Have you done many of the other challenges in the city?
No, not yet. Have you?
First one?
Yeah.
We don't want to intimidate the other competitors. You know what I mean? We want to like keep a low profile.
And another sort of a pale-skinned half-elf, glasses on over their eyes, leans forward and goes, "You mean intimidate? Actually, it's intimidate. It's the past tense."
I don't think that's correct, actually.
No, it isn't. No, it's. I think you'll find in common. Actually, it's intimidate.
Yeah, from what part of the country do you hail from?
Oh, not from around here. I'm from the Rillian Isles, from Marriott, but it's intimidate. I assure you. I've studied the languages very well.
It might be a dialect thing, perhaps.
Possibly.
I think I've been to the Rillian Isles. Vicky looks up her Juno notes. We move on too far.
I think you have.
Sure.
Definitely have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you have. You have been to the Rillian Isles, have you?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
been
got a
to
lovely story
Marriott?
about a griffin and a paladin.
Oh yes, they moved in quite a while ago. It was the most awful thing.
Oh dear.
So, how does one go
I'm
about
sorry. I'm
doing
sorry.
these
Can you
sports?
raise your hand before you speak? Sorry.
Okay.
It comes from sort of this human in the back. So she leans around. Raise your hand, please. I find it very difficult to understand who's speaking next if you haven't raised your hand.
Guy raises his hand with a flourish.
Yes, you may speak.
With his middle finger prominent.
Now that's very rude. You'll have to sit at the back of the class if you continue right there.
I'm sorry, that's just from where I come in this country. So, as I was saying, your dialect is beautiful. With this beautiful dialect, could you perhaps articulate why we, how we go about gaining a spoon?
Well, there's lots of different ways to get the spoons. Have you done the duck hunt yet?
No, have you done the duck hunt
no.
yet?
We've tried it.
Where is it?
Well, that is what we're a bit confused about. After each of, we tried the one at Ashgate. That's actually very straightforward. Not to help the competition. It was very straightforward. And then they give us a little clue at the end. They said we were looking for Lady Quackington III.
Oh, wow.
Insight check.
Yeah, feel free.
Nice
Do
one.
I believe that we're looking for Lady Quackington III?
Is this the guy that's going to become like the Gary to our Ash Ketchum?
Oh, I just rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
I mean, he's very believable. You can kind of understand what he was saying, but you're like, sure, Lady Quackington III.
Oh, yeah, that probably makes sense, yeah.
And there's a half-orc at the back who goes, and if you happen to see my falcon, that'd be nice too.
What happened to your falcon?
I don't know.
Oh. You lost it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's just been, as soon as we got in the city, he flew off.
Does it have a name, just in case I come across them?
Richard.
Richard.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
If you see a falcon that responds to Richard, be nice to let him know that we're here and I miss him.
Oh, we will.
What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Mersham.
Mersham.
Mersham
Yeah.
Halsey.
Mersham
Okay.
Halsey.
Retired falconer.
Yeah.
I can understand why you had to retire.
Struck down in your prime, and you had to get an early retirement.
Like the whole queue shuffles forwards a little bit.
So, yes. So, how does one do this challenge in particular?
Well, I don't know that. We've not done it yet. But from the looks of other people leaving, I think it is some sort of magical challenge. We are quite a magically inclined group.
Are you now?
So we might do very well at this.
Yeah. You've done the Watchmen already. That kind of struggling with. You done the history lesson then?
No, we've not tried that one yet.
Oh, okay. And how many spoons have you got so far?
How many spoons do we have? Let's count it. We had one from Metrovain. We couldn't get to the bell tower because there was a big fire. So we carried on down to where do we go to? To Phosphol, and we tried the ones there. And the tricky thing with those is that we were not very good at them. So we came back up, got the ones in Vernock Rise, and come back here, and we're hoping to catch a boat, go get down, and maybe still win.
Oh wow!
So you have 3?
So we have 1. Yes, 3. No, 5.
Oh, 5.
Because we got the ones in Vernock Rise. That was actually very straightforward.
How many have we got now?
3.
Oh, shit.
You only have 3?
Maybe.
That's okay. There are 4 in the city here. And as you could, we've already have to travel down the country to come back up the country. So it's... Other teams are doing it. It's fine.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's a queue here, so not everybody is going very fast.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Have you heard how many spoons everyone else has got?
There was one team that had 7.
Whoa.
But I don't know where they are now. They might have gotten them. They might have been disqualified.
For what?
No, I don't know. They might have been. I just don't know.
Okay, you're just speculating, I see.
Yes. You mean speculating?
No, I definitely don't.
Yes, it's speculating.
That's not a word.
Gwendolyn narrows her eyes at the grammar Nazi, just like Enkidu would.
Gablinski kind of leans forward. He goes, "You don't happen to have any food with you, do you?"
Food?
Yes, just something that is not toast.
Toast?
Yes.
Yeah? I think I've got a ration pack or something on me.
I would really appreciate it, even just for my rats. If
What?
there's a shifty look, and from a quick glance over his shoulder, you can see that he's very much concerned about the 5th member of his group. That is Sheila. She only cooks toast, but she is supposed to be the chef of our team, and I am bored of toast.
Oh.
David, does she have a toaster?
No. She does have quite a few loaves of bread around her.
Okay.
She had a tragic cooking accident, and now she only makes toast.
Oh.
It was part of the reason that we did not do so well in Foster.
Oh, really? One of them is a cooking-related
You
chat.
had to do some cooking, and she just froze, and then we couldn't do any cooking.
I love this team.
That's really unfortunate. Yeah, here you go. Orin will pull out a ration pack that he's been carrying around for the last however many months we've been travelling.
Thank you so much. Me and the rats, thank you many times.
That's okay.
There's a sort of a gesture forwards, and the whole queue shunts again. And at that point, a scholar, clearly by their robe, sort of steps around. He goes, "Who's next?" "There's us, the plucky poppycocks." "Wonderful, if you could step through the door. Good luck." Goblinski turns around. "Okay, well, it was pleasure meeting you all, the Aprica lads.
Nice to meet you, Poppycocks.
And I hope you do well. Thank you for the ration. And if you see my friends Falcon, they would really appreciate it. Okay, if you Richard.
We'll comb the streets for Richard.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, wish us luck. Goodbye."
Good luck.
Good luck.
The plucky poppycocks disappear behind a door, and about 3 minutes later, they come out.
Oh no!
Oh.
You get it?
And they are, all of them are, there is definite singeing around them. Well, it did not go so well.
As Goblinski comes past you and goes, "Was Sheila making toast again?"
Don't mention the thing. It wasn't, though, no.
How'd you get on?
This is a tricky one. Okay, goodbye.
Okay.
And they walk past you. Like, again, all of them looking incredibly dissatisfied.
Good luck. Hope you find Lady Quackington.
The third.
That sounds like it's a very important clue.
Shh, guys, you can't give away any, insider trading information out there. Because look, there's
sorry.
lots of other teams around us.
Oh, yeah.
The scholar gestures forward. Abracalads, is it?
With a star and a lightning bolt, yes.
Bam, bam.
Head inside, and the Arcanist will explain.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You bellow, yes?
No. Oh, the Arcanist is Bellow, yeah.
Oh.
Arcanist cup down.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, come on, guys. Let's just get in there. We don't need to know everybody's name.
Yeah, thank you. Just gestures for you to walk in. As you sort of enter, it's a small room, almost like a little briefing space, with another door behind it. And in the center of the room is an Arcanist, a full Arcanist, you can tell, again, by the blue of their robes, matching very much what you've seen other people wear. And sort of a tallish chap with sort of a bald head, bit of a beard, sort of grey tint to their skin. They kind of stand there. Hello. Abracalads, I believe.
Yep.
And you must be bellow.
That's correct. Arcanist, cup down, if you could. Are you ready for your challenge?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You will be the Mage's trial is not only a Twain-Tide tea tournament trial, a test, but also an assessment of your magical ability. So, the Arcanist Consortium are very much looking for new members at all times and potential across the country. And if you can best these 3 rooms ahead of you, then we may well need to have a conversation.
Oh.
Each of the 3 rooms will have a singular challenge in which to overcome and to reach the door to pass on to the following room. And that's all I can tell you. Any and all magical skills and abilities you have are fully encouraged to be used.
Arcanist Cup Down, just to check, we do them all together, is that right?
Yes, you are working as a team, but you are being watched the entire time, so don't fear about any danger you might be in. Should any of you suffer any great harm, then we will, of course, extract you and heal you.
Okay.
If, for example, one of us has very little magical ability, would this person be potentially holding the team back?
Not so much holding you back. There's a lot of other skills I'm sure you could contribute, but durability for one,
Okay.
moral support for another, you know.
Oh, the magic of friendship. Okay, that I've got in spades.
Certainly.
The strongest of all.
Are you ready? You will have...
Gwendolyn gets out her fairy fire wand.
Nice.
Oh, so
Nice.
you are armed. Wonderful.
Yes.
Tuna's thinking like, God damn it, I should have tattooed her this morning.
You will have exactly 1 minute in each room.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Crap.
And so just remind me, we need to get to the other side of the room to a door, that's right?
That's right.
In 1 minute.
1 minute per room.
Cool. David, in the mechanics of this, is it going to be like a round of combat where 1 minute will become 10 rounds?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I didn't want to panic and suddenly you're like, okay, guys, you now have
Yeah.
in real time 1 minute.
Real
and we're all
time, 1 minute. Yeah.
No, we're not. We'll do like loose initiative style of thing. that,
Sweet.
like,
All right, cool.
everyone can chat about what they want to do.
Good
Grand.
check, Chris. Okay.
Okay, are you ready to proceed?
Unless I've got 10 minutes to prep something, in which case, failing that, yes.
Wonderful. Well, good luck. And work hard. And he opens the door to the first room.
Gwendolyn, make sure that everybody goes in front of her.
Juna holds Gwen's hand as they go through the door and gives her guidance.
So as you step into the room, it is pitch black. Except you can see a door in front of you.
Ooh.
The door closes behind you, and you hear a loud bell go off. And your time starts. What's everyone doing?
So hang on, we're just in it's pitch black.
Pitch black, but you can see the door on the other side of the room. It's like magical darkness, but the only thing that you can see, you can't see each other, but you can see the door ahead of you.
Oh, can't see each other.
Guy will cast dancing lights through a small riff that he's playing very gently. on his lute. He'll send out 3 magical orbs of a lavender persuasion towards the door. 1 maybe going towards the potential floor, and 2 flanking on either side.
Interestingly, whilst you can see the orbs, they're not letting off light into the darkness. So you watch them travel toward the door and like sort of float around the space, but they haven't illuminated anything else.
Okay.
What happens when I'm going to take a step forward. What happens if I step?
The lights turn on and the door vanishes.
And I take a step back?
The lights stay on.
And the door is still vanished?
Yep. You find yourself in a completely white room. So it's quite a shock, to be honest, to go from pitch black to pure white. And it's just like a little 10 by 10 by 10 cube that you find yourself in, with this door opposite. And as you've moved around, like the dancing...
the door we're heading to is still there. The door behind us is gone.
No. Sorry, the door ahead of you is gone.
Juna, take another step forward.
Can we still see Juna, by the way?
Yeah, now you can all see each other. All of the lights in the room are on.
Oh.
Are Gaius's lights that he put up near the door still there?
Yep. They're letting off their lavendery glow.
And it's just a completely white room. Nothing
else in there.
Nothing in there at all.
Is there a door behind us?
Yep, you can see the exit door.
Do we just walk towards the door where we thought the door used to be?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go on, Juna. You're technically 1 step forward.
I'm gonna, take another step.
Yeah. And there's no issue. There doesn't seem to be any reactions as you cross.
Should have flown. If I reach out where the door was, can I feel the door?
No, there's just you can feel like cold stone.
Oh.
Can Guy look up? Is there anything above us?
No, just a plain white ceiling. There is an air of, even though like it's quite sort of made out of stone and marble and like white stone, there is an air of, with the exactness of this cube that you're in, of a, sort of the Wingthrup trials that you went through.
Okay, I think I'm going to pull down my goggles and cast magical detection, because we need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around the room, there are a few magical protections kind of laid into the stonework. And where the door was, you can see that there is some kind of conjuration magic. Sort of waiting, almost like waiting for a trigger.
Waiting for some way to summon it back, maybe.
Guys, crazy idea. Everybody just jump up in the air on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Jump!
Bike jump!
Nothing happens, you all land
Damn
on
it.
the floor.
Okay. I thought it was maybe like a motion thing or something on the floor. Do we want to go back to the original place where we were and just see if something happens?
Yeah, Gwendolyn opens the door behind them to see if that does anything.
It's just Bello, sort of stood there.
She waves and closes it.
Oh, there must be something we can do.
Can we all stand by the door?
Which door?
Yeah.
I'm going to say we're moving into the second round.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're all clumped by the door that we just came through.
Mm-hmm.
Does that do anything?
What do you do in the second round? And I will tell you.
Okay.
So yeah, in the second 6 seconds in the room.
Sorry, can I just double check for just a quick... So there was a trace of sort of conjuration magic around where the door used to be, and then there was something else I saw with my goggles on the previous round. Sorry, can you remind me what that was?
Just sort of protections in the room itself.
Okay.
You just basically get the impression that it's sort of like abjuration magic to stop the stone from being damaged.
Okay.
Yeah, so what are you all doing in the second round?
Guy's going to run around and try and feel the walls.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, natural 19. So that's going to be a 23.
23! You can quite happily say that there is nothing hidden on any of the walls.
Yeah, I can't feel anything.
Gwendolyn casts Fairy Fire where she had originally seen the door, hoping that it might just like jog it into visibility.
Yeah, the wall itself sort of starts to shimmer, and all of that space. No door appears, but that area is kind of shimmering with the sort of fairy dust almost.
Cool. We have advantage on that wall.
Shall I throw a chromatic orb at it and see?
Yeah, or we can try something that uses less resources to start with.
If there's also protections on the walls, if we damage the walls, will that set something off and hurt us? Says Grace.
Oren, with your goggles,
Yeah.
what can you see on the door that we've just come from?
I look at the door that we've just come through.
Nothing. That looks like a perfectly ordinary door.
That's just a normal door.
The same kind of abjuration protection stuff is laid over it. But again, you're just getting the impression that that's just to stop any damage.
And Juna touched the wall where the door was, right?
Yeah.
I must say with Gaius's that investigation check as well, you very sort of thoroughly. There is just stonework there. There's no door currently. Anyone doing anything else this round?
Trying to think if does any of this remind me in any way, because I think I've looked once at how the homeward door works in the notebook. Does any of this in any way remind me of anything about the homeward door?
Make an Arcana check, I'll say.
Thank you. This will be my action for the turn. Okay. That is
25.
27.
7.
I know I can make it a 32.
So whilst there is conjuration elements with the homeward door, with like sort of travel and stuff like that, no, you're quite secure that those two, what you're seeing here and how that works is a very different application of that school of magic.
Okay. I say, this doesn't remind me of the homeward door. Help.
I'm going to say let's move on to round 3.
And we don't want to try and put some damage on it to see if it does anything. I mean, I can use Word of Radiance.
Go for it, Juna. Try and damage it.
Yeah. She's going to, instead of using Chromatic Orb, she will use Word of Radiance and she'll say, "Where are you, door?" And cast Word of Radiance where the door was.
Okay. There is a reverberation around the room. And Orin, through your goggles, you can see like reactions from the walls, but
just sort of protecting everything, just stopping any damage. No, I don't think that's worked, unfortunately, Juna.
Well, at least we tried.
Oh, worth a go.
I'm a bit stumped.
Me too.
Guy will start to sit, like hum a song, and then body percussion, like inspiration for Orin, just going. Does that do anything to the fact that we are using magic on ourselves?
There's no reactions from anything around you, no. But Orin has been inspired, so that's nice.
Thanks.
All I can think of that I can do currently is screen a detect thoughts on the room in the hope that there is someone in here that we can hear.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
All I can think that... you give that a go. The other option is I could try and see if there's anything invisible in here, but I just don't know if there is.
Wouldn't your detect magic goggles would see if there's any illusion invisibility?
Yeah, they'd see illusion magic. They'd see an outline of it if it was in the room.
Okay.
There isn't... Okay, David, there isn't anything on the ceiling or on the floor. I feel like we've checked the walls. Have we checked the ceiling and the floor?
You can make an investigation check. Gwendolyn, what are you doing?
I will try and investigate the floor around where like Juna stepped originally. See if there's anything around there, like any pressure points.
I feel like that step has cost us, guys. Soz.
Don't say sorry. You just stepped into the room.
Cool. Yeah, make an investigation check as well.
I'm kind of like using my knowledge of like whatever from like my family to see if anything.
Oh yeah, like triggers.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Orin?
21 for Orin investigating the floor and ceiling generally.
No, you don't pick anything up with the 21. There's no distinguishing marks, no buttons, no crevices. Gwendolyn?
A 19 for looking at the particular area that Juna stepped.
There doesn't seem to be anything there at all. There was no indent, and as you're sort of pushing around that area especially, you are very happy to say that step it wasn't like a pressure plate. There's no sort of magical markings that you can see there, and even with Orin's goggles as well, there's nothing particularly special about that spot. It's covered in the same protection as everything else in the room.
And to be clear, light is not being like displayed or cast in a certain way, is it?
Yeah, there's no source of light in the room, just everything is bright. Moving on to round 4.
Okay, stupid idea, maybe. What happens if... This is probably stupid, but I wonder if they reset this somehow, if like the Arcanist comes in and resets it or something. If one of us like transformed into the Arcanist?
Maybe.
Could we then like trick it into thinking we're the Arcanist? I don't know.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
I'm just also wondering if we go to where we thought the door was, close our eyes, and then try to open it.
Holy crap. What
Yes.
if it's literally caused by absence of light? So, like, literally, we go back to the place,
Do it,
close our
Gwen.
eyes, and we start
Do
walking
it.
towards the door.
And turn off your lights, maybe.
Yeah. I click my fingers, the lights go.
Nice.
When the lights go, does the room, before I shut my eyes, does the room still stay lit?
The room's still lit. Yeah.
Okay.
So where are you all shutting your eyes?
Where we thought the door was. And then
Or do we go back to where we started?
Yeah,
We
back
go
to where we
were,
started.
Close our eyes there.
and walk towards where we thought the door, where we saw the door originally.
Cool. So yeah, you go back to the start. How long do you close your eyes for?
As we walk across the room,
Say around.
You close your eyes for an entire round. So we'll say round 5. We're at now. And as you all stand still,
And we
with
start
your eyes
walking.
well, once.
Oh, yeah.
So you're standing still with your eyes closed, right?
yep, and then we
And
start
then we're gonna
walking
walk.
forwards.
With our
With
eyes
your eyes
still
closed?
shut.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Then we get to round 6. Having travelled this very slow journey across the room with your eyes closed. And all 4 of you feel your hands against the wall.
Just a wall.
Just a wall.
Fudge!
Open our eyes.
I thought it was a clever idea, Grace.
I liked it. I liked
That
it.
was clever.
Very
That was.
clever
Which
idea.
wasn't right, though, was it?
No, but it was good. It might have been right.
Okay, so yeah, you're at round 6.
At round 6 now.
We run back to the door and, like, go out of it and come back in.
Is that what you... Okay, I'm going to try something different. Feel free. You give that a
That's
go.
what Gwendolyn's going to do.
Gwendolyn runs out. Bello is like, hello.
Hello. She closes the door behind her and then reopens it to go in.
Using your brain.
Oh.
Well, I just said because you thought that you had nothing to contribute to it. I can see you thinking. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Inside of the room, what are you doing?
Watching the reaction from Grace's experiment. I mean, Hilda. That person.
Delay.
The lady
Steady,
of many
isn't it?
names.
I am up for giving a punt to changing ourselves to look like the Arcanists. The only other idea I have, which I'm not very confident in, is the only other magic, and I'm thinking about it being magic, is that using magic to cure the room?
I don't think we can cure inanimate objects. Am I right, guys, in thinking that light was the change?
Yeah.
So therefore, if we turned off all the lights, maybe that door would reopen?
We've turned off your lights, haven't we?
We've turned off our lights, we've turned off, like, absence, as in we haven't been able to see.
Has anyone got a way of, like, creating darkness or anything like that?
Nope.
No.
No, me neither.
I got ways of making lots of noise, I've got ways of making people happy or unhappy, and I've got, making things fall asleep. I haven't got anything else really like that.
What actions are you all taking in round
I
6?
just also thought because the bell sounded. Is that significant?
Are you guys going to take any actions in round 6? Gwendolyn's out of the room.
Yes. I'm going to cast Alter Self on myself and transform myself into Arcanist Bellow Cup Down.
Nice. And there you are, sort of appearing as him in the middle of the room.
And do I have time to go, open door, in my best impression of him?
Yeah, well, nothing seems to happen. But Juno, what you doing?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds where the door was. I have nothing else to give.
Nice. Yeah, no, nothing happens. It almost doesn't take.
Yeah.
And Gaius, what you doing for round 6?
Oh, I don't want to burn anything too precious. God, I actually haven't gotten anything to like prestidigitate or thaumaturgy that sound. Do I have any bells? Hang on, let's have a look.
I could make a bell. I've just realised I have minor illusion.
You got minor illusion, good, because I've got major image, and like
Yeah,
that would
I've
be.
just taken my turn though.
Oh God, I don't want to use this. I cast major image to the sound of a bell.
Well, it has to be an image, doesn't it, for major?
Yeah, and the image can cause any sound.
Oh, it can.
So
Nice.
I cast. So with my best assessment of the tone and size and volume of the bell, I create the form of a beautiful bell,
Nice.
and it's got gilded ladies and men naked frolicking in the field on it. Because why not? We need some smut in this world.
Nice.
I want this to be it, and I want it to be you that does it. It makes so much
The
sense.
bell rings with an aim to be exactly how I imagine it to sound, which is the sound of the bell.
And it is an exact replica of that sound. but nothing happens.
Oh.
Round 7.
Gwendolyn opens the door.
And you can see the other 3. Well, I say the other 3. You now see Bello in the room, a large bell in the center of it. Juna kind of trying to heal a wall in the corner. Like,
Can I wave at Bello when the door opens briefly? As Bello
kind of peeks in and goes, "Oh, thank you very much." Made me a bit taller.
Would we be disqualified if I tried to charm the person outside the door? Do we think?
Are you asking him?
Yeah, the door's still open at the moment. I've not closed it behind me yet.
Hell yeah, why not? Good sir, am I disqualified if I try to convince you magically to help us?
Well, I won't do it willingly, but you could certainly try.
But if I do so and it's against your consent, does that mean we're disqualified?
No, any and everything is possible in this round.
I cast charm person.
What does he have to roll?
He has
Wisdom save, right?
A wisdom save.
And what's your DC?
15.
He rolled really low. So even with Arcanist bonuses, he only came out with a 12.
Whoa. Because I know you like us, buddy. Come on. Come on.
You have been quite amusing, yes. How can I help?
Well, look, basically, we want to just get through this first room, so come on. Like, could you give a guy a break?
Well, yes, try not doing so much.
Trying not doing so much? Oh,
Yes.
okay. It's quite cryptic, and I know you like us a lot, so come on.
Well, I'm assuming you don't have any teleportation ability amongst you.
I mean, I got teleportation ability for days, but unfortunately, it can only take a certain amount of people.
Well, maybe go stand by where you want to be and just don't do anything. See where that gets you.
Okay. How many rounds we got left?
Well, this is round 7, so yeah, you've got 3.
Run to where the door
Everyone, go
was,
stand-
and
yeah.
everybody stands.
Stand very still.
Yeah.
Oh, Guy, before the door closes, this is message. Ask him about the other rooms.
Yeah, any good top tips for the other rooms?
Well, again, probably more teleportation for the second, and a lot of magical energy for the last.
Oh, thank you. And can I say you're a handsome fellow? And I run through the door.
Ah, look what you are. So, as you all sort of jump back into the room, run over to the other side and stand still. 6 seconds passed, and the lights turn off. And the door appears next to you.
What?
If I reach for it, does it open?
Yeah. It's there, it's physical.
Oh my God.
You turn the handle, it opens into another sort of 10 foot by 10 foot room.
I cast a 4th level spell.
Oh, I burnt a first and a second. Oh, but it's okay because I still look like him and my goggles are still active.
Great.
Could you have dimension doored through where you thought the door was, and then open it from the other side and let the others in?
Yeah, I just didn't know if I was going to dimension door into, like,
That's cool.
because I need to sort of be able to see that, like, I don't want to splice myself into a wall. You know what I mean?
True that. Yeah.
Like, that's my always big panic, and like, I could easily, like, get into that building, but the problem is I don't know the schematics of that building.
Yeah, to be fair, I think every teleportation spell in the rules say it's a place where you can see. So
You see or you know, yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Room 2?
So, room 2 is almost an exact copy of the first. 10 by 10 by 10, white cube. You can see the door on the other side.
He said teleportation we need for this one.
Does anyone have teleportation?
I can, but how do I use it?
What is happening in the room?
I mean, shall we see
Is it
what
just
we need to
exactly
do?
the same in the dark with the
first?
door?
Not in the dark. This is the room lit, basically.
We shut the door.
And as soon as you shut the door, in the direct middle of the room, a wall of fire just and blocks sight of the door beyond.
Okay, we open the door again,
The fire turns off.
and the door is on the other side that we can see.
Back in the first room.
No, in the second room, can we see across the room where there's a door?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see.
Well, straight away, I'm thinking 3 of us can just walk across while the door's open. We only need to get
Yeah.
one across. Guy, you
Yeah.
can teleport. Am I right?
Hot damn, let's do it.
Right, 3 of us across. Guy, you stay here.
Yep.
Yep.
You do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. You walk straight across.
Guy, shut the door.
Click.
Yep. And there's a wall of fire. Fills up the space, so you completely lose sight of your friends, Gaius.
Can we shout across?
Yeah.
Are we okay? Are we on fire?
You're not on fire.
Right.
No. You're like again. It's this wall of fire, like this thin, and it's very hot. But it's
It's fine over here.
I'm okay, here I come. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I'm running, and I hope I don't expire. And I jump through it while casting Dimension Door to the other side.
yeah. And yeah, you get like very close to it, but then like suddenly appear on the other side of it with all your friends.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Can we open the door?
Yep, and the door unlocks and
Nice.
you can open it.
Boom.
You open it into the third room, the wall of fire sort of remaining there behind you. And in this third room, again, it's sort of a 10 foot by 10 foot little white cube with a plinth in the middle and a crystal orb in the center of it. There's no door out of this room, though.
Door's still open at this point, so we haven't started anything yet. So before we shut the door, I'm assuming maybe a timer starts the moment we shut the door,
Or when you open it.
or when we open it. Who knows? He said a lot of magical energy.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we shut the door? Let's
Okay.
prep some big stuff.
And just fire it at the orb.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll shut the door and see what happens. I guess.
Yeah. First round in the last room.
So nothing changes, it's just an orb in the middle.
Just an orb in the room.
Fairy fire at the orb.
Yeah. What level does that cast as?
I don't
Can't remember
know.
if I've ever said.
If it's just a fairy fire as per normal, isn't that
It's
like
just a first level, isn't it?
First level.
As you step forward and like sort of throw the magic out of the wand, the orb kind of glows and shifts slightly, and the dust just kind of gets like pulled toward it, spirals around it for a little bit, and then disappears.
So it's like been absorbed in there.
In a good way.
It's a hungry orb.
Hungry orb.
Okay.
I will cast a second level scorching ray at it.
A very similar thing happens. All the flames sort of fly toward the orb, spiral around it before being sucked in.
I will cast Major Image to show a rainbow erupting from the orb.
Nice. And yeah, again, the rainbow like erupts and then spirals around and gets sucked in. What level is Major Image?
You know what,
Fourth
actually,
level.
I've just clocked that I can cast Major Image at third level, which is what I did. Retcon. I did Major
The
Image.
first time.
That is actually my first retcon, I think. Maybe. So, yeah, that's a third level spell.
Wonderful.
I'm going to send a third level chromatic orb into the orb. It feels right.
Nice. Yeah, and there is a real like sort of fizzle of energy as these two orbs like collide for a moment, but then I'm almost imagining like Jumanji style. Like that, like this magic is all just being sort of like spiraled around and sucked into the center of the orb.
Okay.
Does it change, or does it just look like all of this is just being absorbed?
Just looks like it's kind of all, being absorbed, being dissipated. The orb itself, there is like a small glow in its center, but beyond that,
Does it look like we're doing the right thing?
you don't know.
David, can I just investigate the rest of the room whilst everyone's like looking at the orb, just because I want to make sure that we're not missing an obvious trick here?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
7.
7. No. Like, maybe it's the timing, maybe it's the fact that these rooms are so similar to the others that you just sort of give it a quicker check, but you don't see anything obvious.
Can I also have a look around the room?
Yeah, absolutely. This is into round 2 that everyone's making checks.
I'm going to, can I really closely study the orb on this
Yeah.
second round to see if I can see any sort of effect of everything that we've chucked into it, like if it's caused.
Yeah, make a... Try deciding between Arcana or Investigation. I'll let it up to you. You can make an Arcana or an Investigation check.
I'll make an investigation, please.
And 21 for investigating the room.
Again, no, it's just a perfectly pale room.
But at least we know.
I am using my bardic inspiration, just for FYI, and I'm going to burn a use of a what's it called?
Flash of Genius.
Flash of Genius. Thank you, to bump it up to a 28 because I think it's important.
Okay, yeah. Looking at it, and looking at it, trying to like understand what it is definitely a kind of anti-magic counterspell type of a thing. You can see like deep within it as you're peering, like there are like the faintest of like etchings for symbols that you recognize as abjuration-y type magic. Very much a kind of like spell absorption orb is what you're kind of getting the hint at, and like looking down even into trying to like catch a glimpse of what that glow is inside, you can see that a lot of the magic that you've just cast is still kind of spiraling in and amongst that.
Okay, so I think this is having an effect. This is taking it in, and our energy, our magic is swirling in there. So should we just try that again?
Yeah, I haven't done anything this round yet, so I will do my last bit, fairy fire, and throw that at it.
Can I watch that as it goes in? Well,
Yeah.
if this is happening in the same round, do I?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the fairy fire, like, you sort of give it a flourish again, Gwendolyn. this sparkle of dust comes out, covers the orb, starts swirling around, and Orin, you watch as it's sucked sort of almost like through the membrane of the orb, spiraling down further and further and further in toward this glow. And the moment it starts collecting within the glow, the whole orb flashes with light.
Ooh.
And all of you find yourself back with Arcanist Cup down.
Oh,
Cup down!
Woohoo!
Well done.
Which one are you? Says the other Arcanist Cup down.
You know what? That was very cheeky using a charm person. Bloody way, I gave away the whole game there, didn't I?
It was quite useful.
Well, very well done. It was very impressive, the teamwork in there as I was watching, and very quick thinking, especially in the latter two rooms. Took you a moment in the first one. But very impressed. I believe, and he sort of reaches into a pocket of a robe, pulls out a spoon. This is for you.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
David,
Well, thank you very
is there an
much.
appropriate fanfare for when we hold the spoon aloft?
The spoon theme plays.
The spoon theme plays loud.
Great, Guy plays the spoon theme, so therefore David has to play the spoon theme.
Arcanist.
Yes.
Do we get a little hint now towards the duck hunt as well?
Oh, yes. To find the duck, start at City Hall.
Okay.
Very good luck with that one. Very well done. And, the AC will keep in contact if, in reviewing what you've just done, if we think it is worth pursuing, perhaps, a career within the consortium.
Oh.
With you.
Oh, yes, Orin would be great.
Well, yes, and your friend here, Gaius, is it? I believe you were being called. Very impressive images you were conjuring there.
Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of my bell. Listen, I was just wondering if we just charm you again and you tell us where the duck is that gonna disqualify us?
Well, to save you the trouble, I don't know. So,
Insight check.
yeah, make an insight check.
1.
1. He is lying. He knows.
Didn't answer my question though, but I'll
That's
I
on a
won't.
1.
Yeah, that's true. So fair enough.
David's probably using reverse psychology.
What is he?
Isn't he? What is he doing?
Dastardly bastard.
But the Arcanist kind of gestures for you all to leave.
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet
And you, very well done, very well. Enjoy your spoon.
One last question. What do you know of Lady Quackington III? Plus insight check.
Sounds like a duck.
Mm.
And insight check their answer.
Please do.
22.
22. You get the impression that other people have asked this question over the last however many days that he's been here. And he has assumed that is the duck you're trying to find, but he doesn't know.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And as you all step out of the training chamber, make your way down the corridor, back out to your horses, and Kidu
Walks round the corner.
walks around there. No, he's not there.
No.
And Kidu.
I love how we played a very different game. Like, had we, like, I think, like, if Enkidu had been with us, we would have been like, "Bow! Magic! Magic! Magic!" As part of us was like, ah!
Grace here, keeping you updated with all things No Small Roles related. Darling listeners, Spotify now has a rating feature. So if you have Spotify, please go over and give us a 5-star rating on there. Even if you don't actually listen to us on Spotify, it really helps us to get more crumpets to find the show. All you need to do is head over to Spotify, listen to us for about 10 minutes, and then you can add your rating. And I mean, you might know other people that use Spotify, and you could encourage them to do the same on their apps, or even borrow their phone and do it for them, if you're feeling so inclined. Just a thought. Anyway, as well as ratings, reviews are also super helpful. So if you've been meaning to review us for a while, now is the time to do it. You can also spread the love on social media. We are at No Small Roles on Twitter and Instagram. You can search No Small Roles on Facebook, and you will find a link to our lovely Discord in the show notes. You'll also find ticket links to A Christmas Carol and The Witches of Oz, where you can see members of the wonderful No Small cast in person. If you want to get even more personal with the Abracalads, then you can send us your questions for Vicky and David for our next NSQ, which will be taking place on the 11th of November at 8 p.m. GMT. And if you're a fan of a certain D&D show by the name of Critical Role, you may have heard of it, you might be excited to see some Critical Role cosplay on our social media. Myself and Daryl went to MCM Comic-Con recently and met some incredible cosplayers. So if you want to go and check that out, you may also see me in cosplay. So go see if it's good. Go see if it's bad. Go see it. Go like it. Go comment. We like to hear from you. Anyway, that is enough from me for now. Let's get you back to the action.
Enkidu, yeah, whilst all of this silliness and fun is happening up above in the city, down below in the sewers, Enkidu, you are still paralyzed.
Of course.
Malleus has pulled a hood over your face, specifically turned you over and started dragging you along so your face is scraping along the ground.
Oh.
There are stairs. He pulls you up.
Oh.
And he's really not being gentle in the slightest. Pulls you, from what you can hear from the through this hood, you can hear running water. You can hear sort of the dripping and echoing of a wet sewer system, you come to assume, or an underground stream of some kind. But as you're sort of pulled upstairs, not too many, sort of maybe a flight or two, but like in small chunks. There's a door that's get kicked open. You can hear a couple of other jeering voices.
No.
But then, like, you feel like with your hands and your sort of your feet still kind of dragging along, that the stonework changes to more carpeted, but then back to stonework again as you go through another door. You're then led through to another door.
Fuck.
Where almost in like rigor mortis fashion, like you feel that your hands, Malleus sort of dumps you down for a second, pulls your arms behind your back, clamps some chains onto them, pulls your feet closer together, clamps chains onto those, and then something starts winching you upwards by the feet, so that you are hanging upside down. As you're being pulled up, the hood kind of slips slightly down your face, until eventually it falls completely off, and you see Malleus sort of stood at a door. You have a sort of a quick glance of your eyes around. You're in a circular stone room. Mm-hmm. Directly below you is a grate with rushing water. Beneath that, you find yourself dangling above it. And he's kind of like winching this chain round a coil, then locks it into position. Then he comes over. He like sort of pulls the last bit of the hood off of your face, throws it to one side, crouches down. There's a bit of light coming in from this like circular chamber above you. He just glares at you for a moment. And then they stand up and just kick you in the face 3-4 times. Repeatedly, again and again and again. We'll say you take about 12 points of damage.
Well, that's... Well...
And like every now and then, like the kicking seems to stop, and then he just checks to see how you're doing, and then gives you another one.
Fuck.
To the point that there's like blood trickling. You think it's probably broken your nose. Like they've probably gotten to your jaw. There's a loose tooth in there, and blood is like dripping down your face into your white hair.
I spit the tooth at him.
And they grimace, sort of crouch down in front of you again. What the fuck you want?
They took rings. Had a feeling you guys had eyes on us. We've been making a lot of noise. We got hired for a job. Had a feeling I'd spring a trap before you caught me in an opportune moment. So, just wanted to know eyes and ears. simple. So, surprised to see your handsome face. Fuck.
It's kind of like glassy beetle eyes and these sort of beetle horns. You've got all the horns almost like pincer with tension a little bit as you're talking. And they don't say anything. They just continue to stare at you.
Okay. I want to mess up some plans. I thought you'd be interested.
We've got no interest with working in any capacity with you.
Feelings mutual, but desperate times. Powerful enemies. Fucking hell.
Might be desperate for you, but we're sitting pretty, lad.
Oh, yeah? So what if Accessor gets access because of something you gave away? She's making moves. She comes out on top. There's no room for you guys to walk around free. She'll clap down on you guys like a fucking anvil.
That sounds like an us problem.
What? I could sort you and breathing down your neck, watching her every move.
It's funny, I'm not sure whether or not you've come in here with a warning or a threat or what.
Well, we can prevent her having any kind of extra hold on any of us, the children, you, myself, if you help me get rings out of captivity.
The children of Havoc have gotten themselves into this shit. We've sold them some stuff, but that's it.
Yeah, and they can link that shit back to you very easily.
I'm not sure they can.
I guarantee you they can.
And besides, pretty sure they want to keep us on good terms, so to speak.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I gotta admit, I like your attitude, but also, don't think the world would miss you if you were dead.
Likewise.
Now, I'm going to be a bit honest with you here. The only reason you're not dead is because your friends aren't here. And I know for a fact... What'd you call yourselves? The Abracatwats?
Respect the game. Yes, well played.
You've got no issue with drawing attention to yourself, with causing widespread destruction, especially in crowded places.
Yeah. That's our specialty.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do.
Fuck.
I'm going to kick you again. Then you're going to go back to your friends. You're going to collect your fucking spoons. And you're going to leave the city by noon tomorrow. Or we're going to start picking you off one by one.
Oh. Are you sure? You don't want rings back in your pocket? I can get him out.
I don't care. What do you think? Should I start with the old lady? Or that masked git?
Alright, you made your fucking point, tough guy. Fucking hell.
Oh, no, maybe the orcish lady. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Very tall. Bit of a challenge, that one.
Yeah, good luck with that. She might take the other half of your face off before you get to her.
All right, then. We'll start with the lad with the leg.
Wait. One last thing. I think that burn mark has improved your looks.
He pulls a knife out instead and just sticks it in your gut.
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit.
That's 6 points of damage. Well, this has been fun. And he pulls the knife out, walks over, releases the chain, and you just fall directly into the grate, straight down into the water below. Your head dangling into the rushing stream, whilst your legs are very much still chained above. You're just held there for a moment. Obviously, you don't need to breathe.
Fine.
But for
I'll put on the act of like gurgling and like choking.
yeah.
Interesting. They don't know
but
he's
then-
not a human anymore.
But then you feel like the chain suddenly release and the water carries you downstream, like throwing you against bank after bank. You hit a grate, you hit another grate, passing straight through until you're sort of shunted out by this water into the sludge of the river shore.
Ruana flies after him.
Where was Verona the whole time?
This is a
Was
question about Ruana.
Yeah.
How much of this has she managed to bypass, get through? How much has she followed?
She would have followed till she couldn't follow anymore.
Okay, so...
Does she see a falcon on her travels?
She'll get as far, just flying around the city. She'll have snuck through, we'll say, like, I rolled pretty high. But she'll have gotten through the first sort of through few doors, following as Enkidu and Malleus are sort of dragged through the first space. But as soon as she sees a room full of people, a couple of them do stand up and notice her. Ooh. To the point that she falls back.
Cool.
She's like, yeah,
cool,
that's not going to
cool.
end well. But yeah, so Enkidu, you've kind of like flopped out onto the ground.
Fuck.
Like I say, hands chained behind your back, legs still sort of chained together. How many hit points have you got?
6.
By the way?
Jeez, Louise.
Man.
Light. And a inside check.
Yeah.
That is a natural 1.
Oh, no! To be fair, though, that guy does not want you to die, so to be fair, he might be okay.
He doesn't, but...
He just wants everyone else to die.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh.
What a time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you feel, whilst you're lying there, you just feel the pressure of somebody standing on you.
What a day. Can I turn and, like, look behind me?
Yeah, as you kind of like roll over, Alcibiades kind of like moves his feet around, just like pushes it into your stomach a little bit, stares down.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thought I could take it a preemptive measure, but look where it goes.
You are a daft twat. Oh.
Not gonna disagree for once.
Oh, finally he's got some sense.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Fucking hell.
Right. There's only one thing I can do here for you.
What's that?
And he kind of leans forward, and as he kind of pushes his hands down onto your shoulders, you can feel your own psyche just being like pulled and pushed backwards.
Oh, no.
Further back, and you can see, like, you can still see through your eyes, but it's like the control is just being forced off of you.
Oh, man.
Until it goes dark completely for you. Interestingly, as you have fallen back into this space, you almost find yourself seated in some way. And it's odd. It is darkness, but there are shapes around, and you can almost make out like a circle that you're sat in with other people. You can't quite see them.
Hello? Who's there?
Enkidu!
Oh. Hi.
Oh, what are you doing down here, buddy?
What?
Can you see us?
Not really. Come closer. I can't.
No, we can't move around as much.
Alright, I'll come to you. Fucking hell.
As you sort of try to leave this seat that you're in, you feel that you can't. You just sort of, it's not so much that you're tethered, and it's different from the paralyzed sensation that you've just been having as well.
Yeah.
This is almost like you're in your place within a shape cut out specifically for you.
Okay, guys, I think I fucked it again. Shit.
You hear Hina's voice come from a different side of the circle, being like, "Well, let's hope he doesn't fuck it up this time."
What did he do last time? Because there's a lot of time I've missed. I can only assume it was him, right? 6 fucking years.
You hear Gilgamesh saying, "No, we've been talking about that, and we're not sure it's... We all missed that 6 years, Enkidu."
What?
Hina again is like, "No, I just meant when he tried to kill the gnome lady."
Yeah, okay. Right. You know, it's kind of... No excuses, I'm sorry. For the future I envisioned for everyone, I thought that I'd have to get my hands dirty to keep people's hands clean, you know. Gil, yours, Gwendolyn's hands. She's innocent. And to keep those people safe, I'd have to be the one to do the dirty work. I'm the one with red in my ledger. So, I thought I'd spring the trap that I knew was waiting for us, just to see what was there. Fuck. I'm a dumb fuck.
Well, we're not dead, so that's good. And he's not gonna want to kill us, is he?
No. He's not. Bro, can you see where he's going?
Sometimes we can, but it feels like he's stopping us, so...
He is. This isn't about his dad, is it?
No, I don't think so, not this time. He doesn't talk a lot down here, though.
No, I bet he doesn't. Because as much as I fucking hate him, I've got to make peace with him somehow. This can't continue. I'm going to tear ourselves apart.
I do think he is, I do think he wants to keep the body safe, if that makes any difference.
Yeah. He has to. 'Cause if I can't find a way to get you guys out, he's trapped with me forever. And that's not a punishment either of us want. Even on our worst enemies, which is each other. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
If I look up, what do I see?
It's odd. It's less about sort of physically seeing. It's just sort of like a sense of space. And it feels like there is an edge.
Okay.
It's like the sensation of having your eyes closed, but feeling, still being aware of like where your hands are. It's that kind of sensation. You can't see anything, but you can sense that there is a boundary. There is movement around you.
Okay. Hey, listen, I look around to everyone and say, look, this might be hopefully my last mistake of the day if we see it through, but I'm going to choose to trust you. We fucking hate each other. That doesn't have to change. But for the sake of a man who we both respect, I'm going to trust that you're going to do one decent thing for both of us, and we can go back to hating each other after that if that's what you want. I've said my piece.
Back with the party.
No! Not back with the party. Stay there. No.
It's been, as you're sort of like clambering back onto the car, deciding where to head next, you feel like it's been enough time that you should have heard from Enkidu by now.
I feel like it's been enough time that we should have really heard from Enkidu now.
Oh, what, really? But we've only got one spoon.
I'm going to call Rowana back.
Okay. I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure Rowana will just be like annoyed that she's missed out on some Rukidu time.
Hashtag Rukidu.
Hashtag Rukidu. Enwana. So yeah, Juna's gonna like poof, be like bring Rowana back.
As soon as this little owl like appears in front of you, there's like a frantic flapping as she's trying to like communicate what's happened.
Slow down,
and, like,
there,
whilst you
girl. What? Someone's in the well.
Understanding sort of.
Sorry.
Actually, was dropped down a well.
Yes! We have finally recreated Skippy. It has taken 63 episodes.
Wow.
But we have finally recreated Skippy.
God.
But with your sort of ability to speak to small beasts, you very quickly get the sense that Enkidu went to go see somebody. She wasn't still sure who they were until she saw Malleus. He fell down a hole. Not Malleus. Enkidu fell down a hole. And then was dragged off. It doesn't know where he is since then. Blah! Panic.
Oh, all right. Can you fly back there, Rowana?
American voice. She talks American, doesn't she?
Oh, we haven't done a conversation with Rowana.
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Ever,
at all.
really.
Not since Alcibiades tried to kill Juna.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Or yeah, you hear like he's underground. I don't know where he is now.
Can you take us to this place? I'm assuming she said something about honeycomb. The honeycomb place?
Yeah, the Queen's Comb.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I can take you there, but I don't know if we can find it from there.
What was this place he was going to? Does Rowana know?
It was like a honey factory.
So she only really knows till like. So all we know is that he's gone down through the floor. He's been bagged up, dragged through a couple of doors.
And she's surmised that it's the Hex because of Malleus.
Yeah.
Can we message him? Can we find out from Enkidu where he is now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So I am going to cast Sending rather than message, because she's assuming she can't get it. And she's just going to be like,
Great chat.
Enkidu, are you all right? I'm doing syllables. Enkidu, are you all right? Where are you? We're coming for you. We love you.
Remind him he's got the paper.
You've got the paper. Love, Junior.
You got the power.
The voice that comes back.
Oh. Oh no.
Surely, I have a question about this.
Is
though.
Enkidu's voice?
Yeah.
There is something. It's like there's an extra tone to it.
Because it'll be the same vocal cord, won't it? Sorry.
My name is Gus.
That's Chris's secondary character.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if Gaius dies, I'm coming back as Gus.
Oh yeah.
It's a very definite Enkidu voice, just with a slight variation almost on it, as if he's not quite phrasing things in the same way.
Yeah.
Anyway, what you get back is, thank fuck, meet back at tavern. That hurt a lot.
That's the softest tone I've ever heard from him.
Can I insight check ascending?
You can, yeah, I'll let you.
17.
17. It's odd. Whilst I don't think you've heard his voice before. You have obviously seen him
Yep.
when he tried to attack you, and there is that same kind of presence that there's this is not Enkidu in control of Enkidu's body.
Okay. So I relay that as fast as I can back to the group. What Ruana has said, what I've gleaned from that moment, that yeah. So he said we need to meet at the tavern. He's not saying where he is. It sounds like it might be that bad person in his head. You know the one. I mean, we should probably meet him in the tavern, because if it is this man in control, Enkidu's still there somewhere.
Well, how much do we know about the night that Enkidu got taken over and then tried to attack Juna?
Enkidu, you've told everybody about.
I did, yeah. I did.
friends,
Yeah. There was a long chat after.
Yes.
So,
I think Juna
yeah,
and
you're
Enkidu
aware.
have definitely had a chat about it.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I definitely told everyone.
last time that happened, he wasn't in charge for very long. So maybe by the time we get to the tavern, Enkidu will be back.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can extract Enkidu, get him back somehow, maybe through your power, Juna. If you were able to kind of shock him back into his own body before, maybe you can do it again.
It was Ruana that did it, right?
I think she warned you, and you.
You dodged out the way.
It was when Ruana first came, wasn't it? And she shouted behind you.
It was very quick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Juna called out to him, basically.
Well, if we're all there, then if the bad guy is in charge at the moment, hopefully we can snap him out.
And we're prepared and together.
Maybe try to be sneaky about it. He doesn't know that we're onto him necessarily.
That's true.
Then let's go to the tavern.
Let's go right there.
And there's a hurried journey
Yes.
across the city.
Tense and hurried.
Yeah.
You pull, when you eventually make it back, you pull your car into the stables, jump out, run into the bar, and there is Enkidu, covered in mud, blood across his face and his hair.
He stinks.
Stinks. Yeah, there's a chain still kind of half tied around his hands, but it's clearly been broken. And he's just got a pint in front of him. He looks at Junior and he goes, I need some fucking healing. And then his head just hits the table.
Unconscious.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Spare the Dying because I don't want him to die to begin
Nice.
with.
So you run over as you sort of place your hand on him. That's where we're gonna end the episode.
No.
That did not go
Oh.
how I thought it was going to go.
He is going to be infected.
Well, as soon as Kidu wakes up, he'll press the digitate and clean his mouth up. But
I don't think we're worried about the dirty clothes.
No.
and Kidu is.
Yeah, of course he
Priority.
is.
He's got dumped in a sewer.
course he is.
Fucking hell.
That's the main
Private.
issue now.
Well, there's a couple of issues.
You have been listening to David Knight as your Dungeon Master, Ben Galpin as Orin, Chris Watts as Gaius, Daryl Bailey as Enkidu, Grace Kelly Miller as Gwendolyn, and Vicky Gaskin as Juna. Original music by David Knight. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and follow us on all the social media.